Hi everybody, it's the Crazy Hat Lady here. You like this one? I got this from Timo. It's a strawberry. But anyway, it makes me a strawberry. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I'm here because I think I found a book that is going to help me. Now this channel, although it has a lot to do with religion, don't take it as a learning channel because it's not a learning channel. It's just a channel from somebody who is trying to learn. And I'm trying to learn a lot about religion. Well, I just got in the mail. I ordered this from Amazon, and I just got this, and I just started flipping through it, and I'm so excited because I'm going to learn a lot from this book. It's called Comparative Religion: Investigate the World Through Religious Traditions, and it's written by Carla Mooney, illustrated by Lena Kanchuk. And so I think this is going to help me a whole lot. I'm going to tell you what I learned. I'm going to keep you so bored. But anyway, let me just show you here a little bit about my book. Let me share with you as I'm looking through it. Because first of all, it's like the contents right here, the table of contents. The introduction, what is religion, and then it's chapter 1 is about Hinduism, then chapter 2 is about Judaism, chapter 3 is Buddhism, chapter 4 is Christianity, chapter 5 is about Islam, and chapter 6 is Many Religions, One World. And then you flip the page and it goes into a timeline. Right here in this timeline, I just got so excited. Just so excited, starting to learn and understand this timeline. This timeline is interesting to me because it starts here 2000 BCE. That's a long time. That's a long time ago. And so one of my biggest questions always was, well, what happened before the birth of Christ? What was religion? Because I know there was beliefs and customs before. So why? So what was before? Maybe that's all explained in the Old Testament. Maybe it's all in the Old Testament, but I don't know if I should be embarrassed to say or what to say, but I don't understand. I don't comprehend well. And when I'm reading the Bible, Old Testament or New Testament, I don't comprehend well. And so it takes me, I can comprehend if somebody is explaining things to me. I mean, if it's like a book and the book is teaching something about crafts or embroidery or stitching or something, I might be reading it and I'm not really understanding it, but if somebody explains it to me as we're reading together, then I can understand it better. I'm a simple, shallow person. Maybe those aren't the right words, but it's just, there's some people that can read something and they can comprehend it right away. That's not me. And so, but then when it comes to anything to do with religion, then I now know in religion that there are some people. You might have somebody that's studying with you in something from the Bible, but I have learned that different people understand things in different ways, and it can be a whole complete different story comes out of the teacher. So I want to learn on my own. Now, of course, now we're going to be studying with Carla Mooney. She's the one that wrote the book. So, but it's still going to give information that I can take it or leave it about the timeline. Like here, it starts where Abraham, considered the father of the Jewish religion, lives in the Middle East. And then it talks about Moses leading the Israelites from Egypt to Canaan and receives the Torah, the commandments from God. And here it just goes on about the four Vedas, Vedas, are written. the oldest Hindu sacred texts. And then the and then it come to the first of the Hindu Upanishads is written, and I might not be pronouncing this word, I get these words correctly. Again, that goes to my simplicity. And the Babylonians conquer the Israelites and destroy the first temple of Jerusalem. And then 563, Siddhartha Gautama, who would become known as Buddha, is born. And then the 5th century BCE, branches of Buddhism emerge as the religion spreads across Asia. So even Buddhism has got different branches. And the branches must have come as a division of, see, a lot of this stuff I just kind of assume, but I'm thinking if it branches, emerge as the religion spreads across Asia, then that must be that maybe a one group didn't agree with maybe something from the main group, and so they started their own group. That's like me. I'm trying to start my own religion, maybe. And then India's Emperor Asoka converts to be Buddhism. I wonder why he did that. Come on. And then it goes. The Temple of Jerusalem is rebuilt by King Herod. Is later destroyed by the Romans in the year 70 after Christ. And so this really brings a lot. And then there's the timeline. Look, it even goes into the 19th century in here, 2013. Father Jorge Mario Bergoglio becomes Pope Francis, the leader of the Catholic Church. So it's a lot in to learn, so much to learn. And then the first chapter right away is what is religion? Well, this is what it's going to just, I don't know. See, because I am simple, I like pictures in a book. I like pictures. I just love pictures. And so if there's images or whatever in the book that I'm trying to learn from, then I learn a lot more. And different people have different definitions of religion, but most people agree that religion is a set of beliefs about the cause, nature, and purpose of the universe based on teachings of a spiritual leader. And so this, I just wanted to let you know that I'm gonna be really reading into this book and see what I can learn from this book. It's to me, I think this is going to be so interesting. And then it goes into Hinduism, origins of Hinduism. It's all going to be, because I really want to know what was the belief before Jesus was born. And because in my head, I believe in God. I believe there's only one God that covers the whole universe. And I do believe that Jesus was born. I still am very confused at how this really happened. But I'm sitting on the fence on so many things, but I'm sitting on the fence, and still sometimes I might be leaning one direction, or I might lean in another direction. But I'm afraid I want to stay sitting on the fence because I don't want to fall any particular direction. And yeah, that's confusing too. See, I probably confuse you more than anything confuse you. But I just wanted to tell you that I got this, and I'm going to be telling you some of the stuff that I do learn from this here book. One thing I kind of wish that maybe it would refer us to maybe well, no, I don't wish that. I just want to read this and understand what this writer is trying to say. And so, because I'm so confused today that I don't know tomorrow. If I die tomorrow, am I going to go to heaven? Am I going to go to hell? Is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Where is that heaven and where is that hell? And when is that heaven and when is the hell? And when are you judged? Is it the day you die? Or are you being judged throughout your whole life? Or does it wait till Judgment Day, whenever that's going to be, because there's talk about the Judgment Day? And so I don't know that either. I don't know anything. As much as I've been trying to learn, I don't know a flippin' thing. And so here I am, 75 years old, knowing that one day, and it might be soon, you just never know. Every time I get a little quiver in my chest, I think, oh, is this the big one, Elizabeth? I don't know. And so, and then I worry. Am I going with the good people, or am I going with the bad people? Then I think about the kind of people that are on this earth, that are there's so many different types of people. I mean, in saying that there's people like me, which I think is like pretty average, maybe, but if there's average people like me, then I don't know, we might be doomed. A lot of us might be doomed. But then there's some people, like I say, they can read something one time and they understand it and they just know and they're knowledgeable. And then there's some that have to really struggle. And then there's some people that never learn to read or never really learn to understand. There's people with different birth defects. And now, if you listen to some people, they'll say the children, that the babies that were born with birth defects is due to some kind of sin that their mother might have made, or sin that their father might have made, and that sin is what causing that child to have a birth defect. Or if like my son, who just lost a half a leg, he just lost a half a leg. Is that because of sin in his life? He is probably one of the most he goes to church as much as he can possibly go to church. And he is studies the Bible. And he has had days of his life that were a little bit shady. Shady, whatever you would take from that word. It's a little questionable, as he was coming up. He's now 56 years old, and he's got his stuff together. Yeah, and so he's doing well. Okay, did he lose that half a leg? He just recently lost half a leg to his dog shot him. But yeah, that's a whole nother story. His dog did shoot him though. His dog's a felon. But anyway, it's just so interesting to me. Just so interesting. Could it be that he got injured because of sin in his life, in his past life? Sin in his past? I don't think God works that way. I don't think so, because I think God has a whole lot of common sense, and I just don't think God works that way. And so, but there's a lot of people that think that. They think that. And I don't want to think that way, and hopefully nobody else wants to think that way either. But anyhow, I'm gonna be studying in this book, and hopefully it clears things up in my mind. It could be that it's going to be all real, and it could be that it's a whole bunch of not real. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what it's going to be, because I just got this book about 5 minutes ago from the delivery dude, from the Amazon delivery dude. So yeah, and boy, do I want to learn this. Let me see what it says on the back of this book. It says, more than 7 billion people live on our planet, and more than 80% of them describe themselves as being religious. Few topics incite such passion as religion. What does that mean? Why are humans invested in ideas that may never be proved? Why has religion played such an important role in history? Now that is exactly right. Okay. I'm gonna let you go now. I'm just gonna just right on the money here. I'm gonna just let you go. And I'm going to be studying this while I'm doing some embroidery. I've been doing some embroidery because I do believe that em- hand stitching something. And on my other channel, I do a lot of stuff on just different crafting things. And I don't teach on that one either because I don't know anything about crafts and art, but I sure do play with it, and I do fool around with it, and I do whatever I can. I just started this um, embroidery picture that I'm going to be working on, and yeah, I'm gonna. I'll let y'all know. Okay, okay. I do, and because I believe in God, I ask God to be with you every day to keep you safe from any trials and tribulations, keep you happy, healthy, and humble. And I will see you on my next video. God bless, and thank you for coming back again. Or if you're new, thank you for being new. I like new people and I like old people. I like young people and I like old people. Middle in between people, I'm not sure about yet. I have to think about that one too. God bless.